Workshop with Artemis. Artemis is an analytics platform aggregating all the important crypto analytics that matter. And today with us, we have John, who is co founder at Artemis. And today's session is going to be about building dashboards using Artemis Sheet in Google Sheet and Excel. Um, and before we kick off this workshop, just we'll give a quick intro to MetricsDAO. So MetricsDAO is a very free analytics community. We have thousands of analysts going through our educational programs, completing analytics challenges, etc. So let's kick this off. And John, over to you. And yeah, if there's any questions during the course of this workshop, just drop them in the chat and we'll be happy to answer. Okay, John.
Thank you. Thanks, Vida. Appreciate it. Hey, Booster Tong. Good to see you again. Yeah, really excited to, hold the second part of the workshop, getting to demo the Artemis Sheet plugin. Um, kind of wanted to make it somewhat interactive. Booster, if you're here, happy to give you a link to download it so you can play around with it during this workshop. But I was gonna just spin through Artemis Sheet, which is the most powerful no-code plugin to getting crypto data in Excel and Google Sheet. I think there's like close to like a billion Excel Google Sheet users, and a lot of folks who don't know how to code and write SQL and Python can use a tool like hey Raymond, great to meet you, GM, um, to get the data in your Excel and Google Sheet. So yeah, again, I wanted it to be somewhat interactive, so I'm gonna paste the link below. And for the audience members that are joining today, Raymond and Booster Tong, uh, if you install it, we can give you sort of like a 3-month free trial in addition to the 30-day trial, so you can play around with it. Would love to, get you using the product, get some feedback. But without further ado, I'm going to show you some cool stuff that our team has been cooking together. So again, I think to install, it's pretty simple. I'm going to share my screen real quick. If you go to the Google Workspace, you click install. It should be a pretty simple process. And then, hey Sage, how's it going? Good to see you. We're walking through the Artemis Sheet demo right now. So yeah, give it a try. I posted the link in the chat. GM Sage, or GA rather. Good afternoon. And so
John, I feel like we cannot see the link in the chat for some reason. Maybe you could actually post it in the private chat of the platform, and then I can repost it on YouTube.
okay, cool. Please do that. Thank you, Ida. Appreciate that. I just posted it in the private chat. But okay, so everyone loves Google Sheet. It's free. It's shareable. Like even my mom knows how to use Google Sheet. Like it's the easiest thing of all time. And so once you install it, like you can get started. So Sage, I know you did a really awesome essay piece on L1s, but like one thing that people are really interested in is like, look, I'm really interested in, comparing L1s. Like I just want to understand how the metrics are performing, and I don't want to have to check, a bunch of different websites. So if you click on the template, which I clicked on below, this thing will pop out, and all you have to do is just make a copy to your own drive, and you have to give it some time to load, but it'll basically, let's see, copy of Artemis Sheets. We click load. We start the plugin. Let's do MetricsDAO demo, Artemis Sheet cross-chain dashboard. We activate it. We open up the sidebar, and we'll have this thing load basically. So all EVM compatible L2s, all L1s, Cosmos, sort of all these sort of major, L1, L2s, you can start comparing in real time in Google Sheet. This thing takes a while to load just because it is a lot of data. But I was going to take the team through a quick spin through of what it looks like where if you're just trying to start from scratch. So, say we are interested in those L1s. So I'm going to paste that here. So we have a bunch of L1s. Say we want price, market cap, DAU, number of daily active users. I'm open to audience suggestions, whatever you want. And it's very easy. So if you use Cap IQ or Bloomberg before, all you do is select all the symbols that you think are interesting. So we're just going to pull those right here, the metrics or the metrics here, and basically, oh no, it's not loading. Ah, it always does this whenever I'm demoing. Um, should load. Um, but basically, it should pop out and be able to populate the spreadsheet pretty easily, just like this person right here. So sorry about the technical difficulty. I feel like whenever you demo, it's like roulette. It works sometimes, it doesn't. But again, like you'll notice here, it's like simple. Like you select a symbol, you select a metric, price, and boom, you get it updated. And this template's really cool here, right? You can see like, oh, what are the price changes? Like Solana, Aptos, these like all L1s have done quite well. Optimism's obviously down 13.5%, but like kind of this is like the sort of like single source of truth that you can go every day, check what all the metrics are changing, and not just price too. You can do it for TVL. Like this is pretty interesting. Wow, look at this. Like Cardano's TL has been pumping. Like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Something that we've been thinking about is like, are there like valuation frameworks to think about things? So like for here, you can look at market cap to TVL. So it's like still pretty expensive, right? 73 times. The average is the median is about 11 times, and Ethereum kind of if you use as benchmark, it's 8.3 times. So kind of you can get like a heat map of all the sort of major metric changes here in real time. Yeah, look at this BNB. It's really interesting. The weekly commit ecosystem has been down a bit, but active address has been only down 1%, but up 64%. So again, a quick screener to seeing like what's interesting at any given point in time through Google Sheets. So let's see. Oh, unfortunately, I think we're erroring out on the other one. So yeah, what's cool about this is we have various different demos or various different templates that you can look at. Let's go back to this demo page real quick. And yeah, we have various templates. You have, the cross-chain dashboard that we showed, which is pretty popular to recreate your own dashboard. We have a DEX fundamentals one. You can track your portfolio. If you don't want to like download a portfolio tracking app, you can do it yourself in Google Sheet. Track your staking rewards. We built out a token screener if you want to figure out, which tokens are interesting. And we also have a couple of templates built by the community. So Tumlet, who's a wonderful, who's pretty big in crypto Twitter, he built out a really cool cross bridge token dashboard that you can honestly build on top of. So we think of sort of this idea of like Legos. So yeah, if we go to this sheet right here, okay, so zoom to 50%. Yeah, you can check out this like awesome dashboard that Tumlet built, looking at hop across seller, synapse, Stargate, multi-chain, and you can kind of get those key metrics that you care about again in one place, and you can kind of compare the price, the FDV, date of investment, multiples, and so if you have an interesting template that you'd be interested in building out too, we'd be able to include that in the library that we have of all the different um, templates that folks have. So let's see what else. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. So there's a crypto analyst named Sam Andrews. He built out an entire ETH operating model using Artemis sheets. So let me pull that up right here. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Look, so it's completely free. You can fork it. It's free. You can edit it, update it, change your assumptions. No need to rebuild these models from scratch. So, yeah, Sam Andrew, you built an operating model looking at um, when Ethereum was proof of work and when it transitioned to proof of stake. So all these sort of metrics like the gross profit, fees paid to miners, the net income, yada yada. And if you want it in like a quarterly update view, you can do that pretty easily here in this tab, quarterly update. Again, this pulls from the Artemis dashboard. So if you look at it right here, what Sam is doing is he's pulling, daily active users from the Artemis metrics platform, and yeah, now you can have like financial statements, the ones that we're used to in the sort of Web2 traditional finance world, and you can, quickly see how things have been performing over time, year over year, period on period, average daily transactions, ETH staked, the price, TVL, etc. And so, yeah, like there's just so much that the analyst community has built to date. So that is the quarterly output. Again, this is the backup file. You can see how he's pulling it using the art formula through art range. And so, yeah, that is all pretty cool. So let's see. Any questions, Bushatong? Any questions that you have on the plugin that can help answer for you? Anything that you're looking to build that we could sort of live demo? Anything that's interesting to you? I'm gonna pause right there because I think it's more fun when it's more interactive. Cool. Okay, so let's try to build one of these guys from scratch. So again, we pulled the L1, L2s from the table. I want to show you something really cool that we added recently that I love. So you click this search bar right there. Say we want to look at Doge. Say we want to look at all the different Doge coins. That'd be kind of fun. So say we want Doge. Let's look at all of this. Baby Doge, Doge. There's literally a token called Elon. And so say we just want the price of these things. Again, it's just simply like, Doge, the metric, get the price associated with it. I think we might have to try this Doge. All right, let's try doing it. Oh, here we are. So yep, Doge is 7 cents to the moon. And then if you want to expand it to more metrics, say we want to look at the market cap as well, you can do that too. Baby Doge, Elon, a Doge. So that's the market cap. And if we want to, let's just do it for all of these guys. All the various Doge coins, which I'm sure audience members love. Let's move this guy. Okay, so well, I guess they are small coins, very small, but yeah, you can get all these sort of price metrics that you need. Unfortunately, wow, it's crazy. This thing is 44 million in market cap. That's incredible. So yeah, these are the various sort of like tokens you can find and search pretty easily. It's just nice. You can customize it. You can make it your own. We'll pop out, see if there's any questions. No questions so far. Seems like an awesome tool. Thank you. We appreciate it. I don't code, so like tools like this make me really happy. And so again, I wanted to run it by this list of L1. So let's look at this range. These metrics. All right, let's come on. Don't fail me now. Art function. Okay, there we go. Yay! So again, one simple formula. Select all the symbols that you want, all the metrics that you want, and boom, it's done. And you can get the market cap. Now you don't have to copy and paste stuff. You can use that time to do research. It's amazing. Okay, let's see. And then you can get the DAUs and stuff like that. So awesome, super cool. And then, we can update this list. We obviously had Soy have its airdrop recently. So if you want to update this list, we could just simply just add another column. Let's add N2. Boom. Let's add Soy. Wow, amazing. We got another chain that you're able to add. And say like, look, I'm interested in Starknet. I want to understand how Starknet this thing. Oh no, I don't. Or say ZK Sync. Okay, so it's just I want to look at ZK Sync. It's a matter of just like getting that token. You can basically do this for any single sort of chain that is supported on app.artemis.xyz. And so let's bump that out to, let's go. Yo, no, we don't currently support. Well, I guess they don't have a clear token yet. I wonder if we get ZK sync on this. Anywho, but yeah, so you could do this for any of the sort of major L1, L2s for any single token that is needed. Let's see how the refresh has been doing. Okay, so it's still loading, unfortunately. It's a pretty heavy load. And so something that's been pretty popular is like, say you're building your own model, and say you're looking at Solana, you love it, and you just like want to get historical data really easily. You want to get it for, I don't know, since the beginning of this year. Let's say we just want it since the beginning of the year. There's a lot of ways to go about this. So let's see, we got Chat 1, Chat 2. Okay, so all right, let's ask basic questions like, how's Solana price done year to date? So again, with the art formula, it's beautiful, it's magical, and again, simple. Let's just look at market cap. Let's look at price. That's what people care about. You select the first date, the start date, and then you pick the end date. So we picked end of yesterday. Let's just look at that. You turn this thing. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. And then one crucial thing is you got to click descending. So that way you get the price in a descending way. And so this is a pretty cool chart. Let's graph it out. Let's graph it out. Graph it out. Chart. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful chart. So want to build your own dashboard? This is one quick, easy way of doing that. You can look, look. All right, what has price been year to date? Yeah, price is up 108%. That's pretty good. Look at that huge ramp up beginning of this year. And so this is Solana versus Solana price year to date. Cool. No questions so far. Great. Cool. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Raymond, if you have any questions, Sage, any questions, we're here to answer any of it. But like, look, it's so easy. But like, we can make it more complicated. So say we want to like look at, okay, cool, John, show me price. Price is like, it went up this year. Great. Say we just want like DAU, like, daily active users. So one sec, let's align this thing. That's the nice thing of these things. It's like super flexible. So, okay, so, daily active user is actually down year to date. So it's down 20%. So you can see it kind of spiked up beginning of this year, fell, and, made its way up. But the beautiful thing about this is it's super flexible. So say we want to look at soy, we want to look at that historically, how it's performed. Obviously, it launched its token a little bit more recently. Let me just move this guy up here. Cool. So we don't really have something year to date, but look, you can like look at it since, you can look at it relative to each other. So, you could look at really any sort of major chain. So the idea that really inspired this was when we built out the Artemis dashboard. A lot of folks were like, look, this is so amazing. I can look at how Starknet, Tron's doing. But like, I want to play around with it myself. Like, I want to do like a rolling 7-day average. I don't want to like use your chart. I want to create my own chart. And so that was honestly the inspiration for Artemis Sheet, where it's like, okay, you can get the data in Google Sheet. You can play around with it. You can click download CSV, but like, it'd be pretty nice if you could just sort of like play around with it yourself. And so that's the high level of the Artemis Sheet plugin. We see a lot of really cool customers use it. So folks at like Dragonfly, Modular Capital, Road Capital, these types of funds. So yeah, we see a lot of leading crypto analysts use the product. I'm gonna go back to the plugin, but I wanted to actually just show folks the newest feature that we have, which is the macro dashboard. And again, funny enough, this was inspired because we'd see a lot of users use our product, like you literally select all the chains that you care about in one place. And we'd see that people are like summing it up. They're like, okay, what's the total number of users that are in crypto in a given single day? Like, what's the total number of transactions? What's the total market cap? And so we just like aggregated all those things that people are doing manually, funny enough, in Excel or Google Sheet, and basically building it out here. So if you look at this blockchain macro view, what you're seeing here is basically what's the total crypto market cap in the last 24 hours. It's down 76 bips. And you see for on the users, we actually had a increase in users in the last 24 hours. Like, whoa, that's cool. That's bullish. And this chart I love. So Normal, our head of engineer, has a great joke, which is like, okay, if you look year to date, awesome, Bitcoin and Ethereum are crushing it. If you remember here, when we um, when we looked at our good friends at Solana, um, Solana's up 108% year to date, right? Anywho, but like, look, crypto's really crushed it this year to date, right? Like 63%, 56% year to date. S&P's up, close to 10%. Gold's up, 6.58%. Nasdaq's actually down 10%. But if you want to be more intellectually honest, you look at the last year, and Nasdaq is up 8 points. Bitcoin's down 7. ETH is actually up 3.95%. So it's outperformed the S&P, which is pretty cool. But like, honestly, we found ourselves coming on this website quite a lot because it's just really fun to come back and look at things and like, wow, ETH has outperformed in the last month, or like over the last 3 months, like Bitcoin's really outperformed. So again, it's like we've seen a lot of analysts go back and forth between the main dashboard, and the sort of chain comparison page, the macro view, and then jumping straight into the Artemis Sheet plugin. And so I'm going to pause there. Let's see. Any questions from the audience? We have a couple folks. Let's see. Raymond, Boucher. No questions. I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, thanks so much for joining. We really, really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. Crypto's a lot of fun, and especially during the bear market. We're going to make it. So I'm gonna go down here. We're open to suggestions, but one way we've been thinking about it is like, look, if you take a massive step back, how's crypto been doing? Like, we've had a lot more users. We have 6 million daily active users in crypto, and we've had stablecoin take off. We have roughly 6K weekly active developers, which is pretty cool. And we have transactions sort of still happening for NFTs. It obviously peaked, and the number of Etherscan verified smart contracts, which is a proxy of like things getting built, has been up to the right. It's been continuing to grow, and stable coins have still been around. So again, we just wanted to take a bird's eye view into how crypto is doing. Um, I'm gonna turn real quick to uh, BAM of the week, and so something that Jimmy, our COO, has been doing is actually going through our data and highlighting like cool projects that are out there. And so this week we wanted to highlight Holograph, which is a multi-chain digital asset protocol built to deploy digital assets such as NFTs across as many chains as possible. So sort of a cross-chain play for NFT projects to be able to mint and launch things cross-chain easily. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Like, you obviously see a huge spike up on Polygon and Avalanche and BNB. And, you just like, we're trying to just like contextualize, provide a little bit more quantitative lens into how crypto is doing. And again, that's driven by, I think, BAM, which is driven by BAM, which I think Jimmy walked through last time. So again, I think this is a pretty popular tab that a lot of crypto analysts, again, our whole thesis is like we help crypto analysts that don't know how to code get the metrics that matter in one place. And this is always pretty interesting to see. I think a month ago when Jimmy and I pulled this up, it was mostly meme coins, but now you have like, ERC 115s, these tokens, these NFTs, these bridges that are actually doing pretty well. And, Bybit has been seeing a lot of traction on Arbitrum, Clipper, Balancer, Sushi Swap. So allows you to kind of dive in a little bit deeper. This is an older narrative, but it is kind of fun sometimes to look at these like NFT apps. So let's select these guys right here, select them all. Oh, let's look at Blur. Let's look at Magic Eden. We don't currently support Solana. We hope to do that soon. Okay, cool. You click on this guy right here. Cool. Let's look at the percent market share of each of these. So select all these chains. One thing I thought that would be pretty cool is, okay, so look at this. So, oh, okay. Let's actually unselect that. Let's just look at it by NFTs. Okay. Select the NFTs. Let's get Blur. Let me just do a quick refresh of this thing really quickly. Compositions. I really wanted to show you this notion of like new users versus returning users, which is kind of fun. So let's see. Let's look at OpenSea. Let's look at Magic. Let's look at Blur. Cool. So we selected these two. Great. You can look at percent market share over time. Look at this during the Blur airdrop. There were so many users of Blur. But one thing that we think is kind of fun is like, let's look at it by user. So of all these users that are using Blur and OpenSea, how many are like first time users versus returning users? And like, it's kind of cool to see a lot of it's returning users actually, other than the airdrop that we had, the Blur airdrop earlier this year. Look at, so this is probably first time users that are trying to be a part of the airdrop. So pretty cool to see that. You can kind of look at this for any of these guys. Like, let's look at Uniswap. Uniswap's always pretty interesting to look at. Cool. So again, you click on this guy right here, click by user, and let's take a step back. Let's look at this. Look at this. Wow, lots of recurring returning users that are coming back to Uniswap. You look at this for like, let's look at Pancake. Pancake's pretty interesting. Pancake by user, like, wow, lots of recurring and returning users. So kind of getting a sense of like net new users that are new versus recurring. And so the last thing I wanted to highlight, and I want to turn it over to questions if folks have anything, is our perps dashboard. So this has been our way to sort of aggregate metrics that matter for perps, given customer feedback. We recently added Rabbit X, which is one of these dexes, perp dexes on Starknet. So you can kind of visualize the trading volume of all these guys over time, and we're going to continue to add more and more depending on feedback. And so, yeah, so that's a quick run through Artemis. Yeah, curious if folks have any questions for the audience. Otherwise, hey, what's up, DeFi guy? Hey, Gustavo, how's it going? I appreciate you coming to all these talks. Any questions that you have, DeFi guy, that I can help answer? Any product suggestions? Anything that you want to run through? We went through the Artemis sheet. We went through BAM. We went through Toomlet's bridge dashboard. Anything else that strikes y'all fancy? Otherwise, might end this one early. There's no other major questions. Try to run through as much as I can. Going once, going twice. DeFi guy, Bushatong, Sage, Raymond. No questions. We might turn this one over early. Do DM us if you join and you want access to Artemis sheet and you want a promo code, a coupon to use it longer. More than happy to gift it to the folks here. So just shoot us a DM on our end on Twitter, Artemis_XYZ. Highly recommend reading Sage's stuff. He has incredible pieces. He did one recently. How do you filter by deploy contracts? Okay. DeFi guy, your question is could you say more about that? Like filtering by deploy smart contracts? Did you mean on BAM? I could I could show you how you could filter things in composition. That's interesting. Let's see. How do you filter deploy contracts? Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Raymond, check it out. DM me. We can set you up with the promo code. We'd love to get you on it. It works really well. People really love it. It's like Legos. So DeFi guy, I think you had a question around new contract deployments. Maybe you're referring to this guy right here. This base testnet thing was incredible. Look at that. Look at the amount that was being deployed. You had a question on filtering. So this is the only view we have right now. We can slice it up some more. By the way, this is so cool. Look at this. Arbitrum, Optimism. It's like, I think, a really cool proxy. Let's see. We have it 3 years back. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. It's pretty cool to see all the BNB activity. But yeah, DeFi guy, Gustavo, I'm curious, what would you want us like say more a little bit? Oh, fake contracts. Okay, I see. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Okay, so DeFi guy, shouldn't use your full name, DeFi guy, is sometimes people deploy contract, but there's not a lot of activity. There's a notion of fake contracts. That's something we've thought a lot about, where it's like maybe there's a way for us to filter. So you're touching on something that we're thinking a lot about, which is like the difference between like a real commit versus a fake commit, like a bot versus a human sort of intent. Is this like a real smart contract deployment where someone's actually deploying something interesting on BNB, like an actual project and NFT marketplace, etc., or are you just kind of doing it for lulz? So DeFi guy, that's a great point. I think we want to take that here. Electric Capital does a lot of incredible work on commits, but again, to your point, like what's a real commit versus a fake commit is something we're trying to look into. And I think like sort of the direction that we're really trying to focus on is like, for the composition tab here, again, let's look at something. Let's look at Pepe. Pepe is always pretty fun. Pepe. Yeah, look at this. You could have seen Pepe run up. You could have seen Pepe run up before price ran up. But there's this notion of like, what's a real user versus a fake user? Because like, look at this, right? Like all these like new first time users, are they actually humans or are they bots? Like there's like this notion of like what's real versus fake. And so DeFi guy, I appreciate you. We're on the same page, same wavelength. We will get that built. So thank you for giving us homework, Kevin. That's more homework that we need to work on things to build. So it looks like no other questions. DeFi guy, Raymond, I think Sage was just playing around with the Artemis sheets. Awesome, cool. Let us know what you think. Booster Tong, great to see you again. Thanks for coming to all these events. We should definitely chat. I think that's it on my end. Yeah, Vida, I think that's it that we have for the presentation today. I'll let folks kind of play around with Artemis Sheet and ask us if they have any questions. Salute, Kevin. Indeed. So yeah, that's it. That's all we have for today. I know, yeah, we really enjoyed the workshop number 2 and seeing familiar faces from the initial presentation, Jimmy's workshop. So yeah, I really appreciate you all having us. This was a lot of fun. Even got another product idea from DeFi guy, so we appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. That means a lot. You're so kind. So yeah, Vida, I think we're gonna wrap up. Oh, okay. You've been using Artemis a lot. Yeah, check out the Google Sheets, Booster Tongue. Shoot us a DM. I think Vida included that in the link below. Raymond, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Wag me. I know it's old tagline from 2021, 2022, but we're gonna make it. It's so much fun building this with you all in the community. So be critical, give us hard feedback. Kevin and I can take it. Our team can take it. So yeah, Vida, I think that's it for us. Yeah, appreciate you having us today. I don't think we'll need the full hour. I think got the message across. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, John, for the workshop, and thank you everyone for joining us and learning about this
Thanks, Richard.
excellent tooling. So, yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll see you then in the MetricsDAO community, and and if you have any questions or want to reach out to Artemis, or yes, there's the Twitter that we've shared earlier. So do reach out.
Awesome. Cool. Oh, interesting. They don't share links for some reason. Cool. Thank you. Thanks, Vida. Appreciate it.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thursday. Have a great week. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Bye.
Bye, everyone.